do it to him. Yeah, I'm putting smooth, had to do it to him. Hit him with the 1-2, had to do it to him. Now I'm finna
Yeah, let's go.
had to do it to him. Feeling like I can't lose, had to do it to him.
We changed up the roster. Everyone's going against the Knicks here. And then most of us know this guy.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Ali LaForce, our reporter. And the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. You take a look at the Knicks, they slipped a bit. Still in the top 10, though.
Well, I think for New Orleans, they've gotten off to a sluggish start, still trying to figure out how all the pieces fit together and get things running smoothly.
And check it out, the New Orleans opening lineup. Grayson Allen is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. It's Darius Garland, then it's Brandon Ingram. And for Charlotte, we've got Kate Cunningham. Aaron Nesmith is out there with Bobby Portis. Then it's Edey, and it's Miller in at the shooting guard position. And we're getting a little deeper into the season now, Doris. For teams off to slow starts, how do they kick it into gear?
I think the answer, BA, is probably contingent on what is at the core of the problem. Did you start the season with injuries? Are there young players on your roster who now are expected to fulfill greater roles? I mean, so much goes into getting into a rhythm and a role. One of the things you have to know is, does the system fit the personnel we have? And if one of those two things don't mesh, something has to give.
The ferocious finish. Love watching Cunningham use his size and athleticism on the drive.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and he said when you watch film on Karl Anthony Towns, his size is impressive, but when you're actually standing next to him, he looks a whole lot bigger, and he knows how to use that size on the blocks and on the perimeter, which makes him an especially tough cover. Brian?
Appreciate the report, Ali. And here's Charlotte now. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. Here's Cunningham. Can't get a second shot to fall, now 1 of 2. New Orleans has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. The big challenge for the Hornets in recent years has been just staying healthy, Doors.
You're right, BA, and I think that's the extra frustrating part, because there are some quality young pieces in the city and for the organization. You know that old expression, the best ability is availability.
For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Basket's good.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Garland finds Ingram. No good on the 3. The Hornets have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And make no mistake, Kate Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Keegan Murray's checked in for Portis. And a change for the Pelicans. Thomas is checked in. Cunningham outside. Drops one in from the wing. Cunningham's got his second basket.
Dialed in, Cunningham, an innate ability to shoot.
And we just got Shams Charania on the line. Shams, I understand there's some big NBA news. Can you fill us in?
Thanks, Brian. The news out in Dallas involves the Mavericks' early season personnel change. They're elated that they worked out a deal to bring in Ja Morant. He's a dynamic point guard who's going to bring instant energy to this team. And a source in their front office told me getting Ja is something they've been working on and is exactly the jolt they need to take this team to the next level.
Good stuff there, Shams. Thanks for keeping us informed. Much appreciated, as always. All right, here now, the league's top rebounders over the past month. Number 1, Karl Anthony Towns.
He's just been incredible on the boards over the last month of the season. He's a guy who plays with such desire.
Pelicans on D. It's a 3-point game. Cunningham against Garland. Here's Nesmith. And that one is hammered home.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Shot on the wing. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Cunningham passes to Miller. There's Neesmith with the three. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
And here's Ingram from the arc. They get it back. From behind the arc. No good on the shot.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. And New Orleans making a change here. Desumu's checked in. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter. Here's Thomas for 3. And the three-pointer goes. Thomas has got 5 now.
Guys, we were trading
This is what
for.
Thomas has to do to be most effective. Make an impact from three-point territory.
Poked loose. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Here's Garland. And he lays it up and in. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Benton. Misses the 3. The Pelicans lead by 3. Now here's Thomas. He's got 5. 3-pointer. And the basket by Dosunmu.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point land so far.
Boy, you better keep the 7-footer Mo Bamba away from the cup. What an easy finish.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the break. That shot wide open. He has 7.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
Pass to Thomas. Lets it go from deep. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Garland. Garland's got his 3rd assist of the night. Miller against Thomas. Here's Benton. With 4 on the clock. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility.
No, bro, before we do anything, bro, let's just look at this 3-pointers. Yeah, surprisingly, only 2 people got a 3-point. Yeah, that had some. No, bro. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, some good stuff, and like Aiden, and Darius has not been hitting those 3s. Ingram only got 1 of 4, better.
Will be coming into this one.
Please, just stop. Letting them play. Don't let them play. I ain't gonna lie.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
New Orleans has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. They've got Bobby Portis. Keegan Murray is out there with Peyton Watson. Then there's Delano Banton. And it's Robinson in at the 2. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Boucher outside to the paint. Thomas passes to Boucher. Back to Horford. 4-3. Watson with the rebound. Charlotte trailing. Down low. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the big finish.
Just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brandon Ingram is in his 6th season with the Pelicans, and he said, I love New Orleans. It's a perfect fit for me and the way I want to operate. They do here, less distractions. I can go play basketball whenever I want to with direct access to the facility. I feel connected with the city and the people around me. Brian, he's dialed in.
Sure is. Thanks, Allie.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the dribble. That's 3 in a row.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of New Orleans this year. Allen, he's checked in for Dosunmu. All right, Grant, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, BA? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's Thomas for 3. It's hauled in by Portis.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Robinson gets the bucket.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
For New Orleans, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. For 3, Allen nails it from 3. Allen's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Inside, here's Watson. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive, too.
New Orleans in the lead. For 3, Allen.
That
one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Allen's got 12 points in the game.
An excellent job of reading the defense. As Ingram's court vision continues to improve, so will his playmaking.
Here's Benton. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Edie's checked in for Murray. Neesmith comes in for Watson. Brandon Miller's checked in for Robinson. And Cunningham subbed in for Banton. Towns, he's checked in for New Orleans. Garland comes in for Ingram. Towns can't get it to go. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 from distance here in the second quarter. Cunningham with the ball. And it's Thomas picking him up. Pass to Edie. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Yeah, put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Ooh, nice shot by Miller. He's got 9.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Thomas outside. Will it go? And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Pass to Portis. Here's Edie. Thomas defends. And the bucket is good. And now it's a 5-point Hornet lead.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Here's Boucher for 3. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland. Garland's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, just quick with the decision-making. Smart pass by Darius Garland.
Portis outside. Back to Cunningham. Pass to Edie. Clock at 6. Nifty move. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Boucher's got 4 rebounds now.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Neesmith. And he dunks it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Here's Thomas. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Hornets out in front, up by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
In the Eastern Conference, Cade Cunningham.
I've been really impressed watching him. I mean, he's facilitated.
Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint. Get yourself some easy look.
Glad you could join us.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Grayson Allen really making a difference here.
Well, if he's hitting threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Second half.
I wonder how much my team has been shooting threes, bro. Like, I just need to know, bro. Okay. So, let's see.
Underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. Darius Garland is out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Grayson Allen. Edey. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. The Pelicans trailed. Garland for three. Miller pulls it in. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Doris, so much improvement from Garland since coming into the league.
Oh, no doubt, Brian. This guy is now a do-it-all guard. You can play him at both the 1 and the 2 positions. The versatility that he possesses is such an important aspect in the league today.
Towns for three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Edey's got 5 rebounds in the game. Cunningham with the ball. Towns covering. Kept alive. Portis gets the bucket. And now it's a 5-point Charlotte lead.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Some of the best high flyers in the NBA. Some of this year's contenders for the dunk contest.
And when you look at the names on that list, you just know that contest has a chance to be special.
You look at Miller, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
Garland, the pass to Towns.
If they want to do, they would.
Launches it. And another three for New Orleans.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Edey. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
The shot by Towns, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Nesmith with it. Picked up by Allen. Snatched up. Edey. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
Drills it from deep. 11 points in the game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Miller against Ingram. Miller, the pass to Cunningham. From the arc. Towns with a rebound.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Pass to Allen for the lead.
the rebound goes to the Hornets. They've got the Rockets ahead of them next in Houston. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Let's go with a three. The rebound by Nesmith.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Miller. And here's Cunningham. Down low. Cunningham.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So for the Hornets, Murray's checked in for Portis. Watson comes in for Nesmith. And it's Benton in for Cade Cunningham. And a change for the Pelicans. Thomas, he's checked in for Allen. And right away, Brandon Miller showed that he was a star in the making, Brandon.
Yeah, he's a three-level scorer, B.A. He's very fluid as a player, and he makes the game look so easy. And he hasn't even grown into his body yet.
I'll tell you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
Out to the wing from outside the arc. And that one falls. His fifth basket in 7 tries.
Ooh, he's been hot from out there, helping to keep them in this game.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today.
Outside Watson takes a three. Fires hitting the triple. Watson's got 5 now.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. Robinson, he's checked in for Miller. 24 seconds left in the third. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Outside Garland, the three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Watson passes to Benton. Murray for 3. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Soon.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Peyton Watson, Delano Benton out there with Duncan Robinson. Then it's Keegan Murray, and it's Brooks in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Hornets leading by 11. Up top, Watson. Allen defending. Pass to Murray, to the middle. And there's the slam! Dunk to finish it off.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Towns for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
The defense must chase Karl Anthony Towns off that three-point line. This guy is such a great jump shooter.
For 3, Robinson. And it's Boucher with the rebound.
By the time he's good, he's going to be 35.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing
the job. He's not going to retire at 35. Usually players retire at 36 to 38.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Boucher a screen on Robinson. Towns passes to Boucher. And here's Thomas from the arc. Brooks with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Murray got it. And the Hornets lead by 12.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. The Pelicans making a switch here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Hey guys, well, Willie Green had some advice for the team over that last break.
But we're shooting so much
free pointers out there.
I don't even think this team knows
what
to do.
From over, but I need you all to
I don't even think this team knows that you're allowed to shoot
right now.
And Allie, thanks.
Inside of
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Yeah, this is how competitive Ingram is, getting his revenge with a three of his own.
Fires for three.
So guys,
Miller can't get it to go.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
And that one's good. Ingram.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of...
I just got a low bar on me. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, 80 in it. I'm
pointers.
I'm just really like
Cunningham against Garland.
like I'm passing it to someone. Like I made wrong roster.
Portis left side.
When I pass to someone, I know they can shoot. So
Portis with a
I don't
screen
really
on
worry if
Garland.
they can shoot or not.
Here's Miller.
They shoot.
Rebounded by New Orleans.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure
Probably
he's
gonna
surprised
keep this
himself with the
roster,
miss.
Garland for three. And Cunningham pulls it down.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
And then Portis with the dunk.
And that's what
I
you
think
get
it's called
with Cunningham running the show.
Pelicans trail by 8. The three-pointer off the mark. Ingram against Miller to the inside. Portis. And slammed it home. And the foul.
I feel like we should send
Another point at the
Secret
line.
Cook.
It's going to be on Karl Anthony Towns. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
They've been all about high percentage
Hey,
looks in this game.
We're down by
Working the ball
10.
inside,
We
doing
have
whatever
less
it takes
than
to get it
2
to go.
minutes left.
And you also
It's the
have to
final
love the way
quarter.
they've gotten out and run in
What do you think I'm
transition.
gonna do?
A ton of good chances
I mean,
tonight
once they
simply
score 80,
from
we're
being
basically
willing to
lost
run the
on.
floor.
Cunningham
But
passes
I'm
to
not sending
Portis.
them. But hey,
No
I'm
good
not
with
ending
the
this
triple.
game until we start fouling.
And Ingram has got the ball
So
here
can
for
we
New
please start
Orleans.
fouling?
They trail by 11. And again, New Orleans no good.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Hornets.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And they'll chalk this up as their
Well,
third
it's gonna
win
be
of the year.
like fourth,
And you have to
fifth
recognize
loss.
what a night it was for Brandon
We only
Miller.
have 3
Well,
wins.
forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every
Look, I
play.
know I did
With
that.
kind of
My
activity,
team has
I
bad
don't know how you don't
defense.
wear down.
Yeah, so I
Cunningham
traded for a
missing.
bunch of players that
9
can
seconds
shoot,
separating the shot clock and game
and
clock.
now I guess not enough players can play defense.
This one for 3. Offensive
Although
rebound.
I'm looking at this roster
Good
and they
work
should
on the
still able
boards
to
as
play
they picked up the
defense.
second chance points.
They're not playing D.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth.
You didn't even
They
know
can
half
simply
who half
hold
of
on to
these
the
guys
ball
are.
here.
No question, BA.
Actually, you don't
They
know who
deserve
most
the
of these
win.
guys are.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. Both free throws good from Cunningham.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
No. But if we're gonna lose in style by hitting more 3-pointers. I mean, like I made it to hit 3-pointers.
And so it's Charlotte winning this one. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
They're the Pelicans, bro. The Saints are the New Orleans. They're the New Orleans Saints. This is the New Orleans Pelicans. Yeah, guys, we lost. I'm just gonna actually end the video here. So, remember, like, subscribe, bye.